Also, every time that we do one of these, I just get more excited to see the in-person product. To be honest, dude, it's gonna be a Mount Rushmore event,
Me
right?
too. We're getting along. We're getting far every single day.
I know. Yeah, I have notes as to what we stuff. Yeah, I didn't show them to you, but anyways, we want to talk about today Crime and Punishment,
Dostoevsky,
Dostoevsky. I know it's funny because I started listening to
bro,
his audiobook today. Yeah,
low
let's hear
key,
it.
bro. He, honestly, never mind. Nobody could overtake Nietzsche for me. Nobody could overtake Nietzsche for me, but he's pretty darn close.
Well, no,
You
bro.
know?
Someone said, I think it was Jordan Peterson who said that. Was it Jordan? It was Jordan Peterson might have said that Dostoevsky is the literature version of Friedrich Nietzsche. Someone has said that. Someone has said that. At least in regards to the context of morality.
Yes, because I can totally see that because the reason that Raskolnikov kills the old woman is because he thinks he's a better human than her. And one of the morals of the story is that he transgressed a social boundary.
So she was like some pawnbroker lady, right?
She was a pawnbroker, but she was scum. Like
Can
she took
you?
advantage of people. So this is the crazy part. So in the book, his friends are like, "Yeah, we should kill her," right? But they're joking. But he takes it seriously, and he's like, "Yeah, maybe I should kill her."
Bro, this weekend was facts. A
Yeah,
Raskolnikov getaway, bro.
because in the book, Raskolnikov writes a paper that has Ubermensch argument in it, and he's like, there are certain he says men, but you could apply this to anyone and everyone. Like he says, there are certain men that are above the law, right? Because they're such great people, like they're superhumans, right? And so that's also how he justifies him killing the lady. And
He
like I
didn't
feel
really
like,
know that lady though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he didn't.
Which is like it's
He
almost an arbitrary crime, but
Yeah, he only knew like the negative stuff about her, But I mean, we can extrapolate this like Ubermensch type thought and be like, so many people
self
do bad.
justification.
Yes, so many
Self
people do things
justification.
because they think they're better than others,
Oh.
do heinous things.
What was the original thing that made him want to do that?
Well, he's in poverty, and
Right.
he like in the book, he's just being like slowly alienated because his poverty is kind of making him lose touch with reality,
Yeah.
and
Dang,
he just gets
dude.
like in a very negative state. And
Like a
there are other
nothing to
characters.
lose kind of deal.
Oh, he slowly
Or
gets there.
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. I would
I'm
say
only half of a chapter in, bro, of an audiobook of
nice.
yeah. I
Where
started
you
to
listen?
this. I
Where
gotta
you
find a
listening to
new
it?
I gotta find a new thing to listen to it on because the person who's reading it is has some issues. So I
Dude,
couldn't make it through with
if
like 20 words.
if you have like Amazon Prime, I think it is, you can get Audible.
Yeah. Dude, I just couldn't. Well, one, there's two issues. Quickly, one is that the person who's reading it, I couldn't listen to. It was horrible. And then two is at work, I want to be listening to every single word. You know what I'm saying? And like half a second will go by, and I'll realize I don't know where I am in the book anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of book, is dense.
I feel that. That's why I'm supplementing with Spark Notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Word. No, go on. You were talking about how he was like getting to this place where he was like he has
Okay.
nothing
Yeah.
left to lose.
So
And he chooses to kill the pawnbroker woman.
so he starts off in poverty. He was a college student, and then a situation happens with his sister and his mom, so they can't send him money anymore. So we're a couple months out from that situation where he's like run out of money, and this whole time, he's just slowly been alienated from society. And then he also wrote a column in a paper, like the one I told you about like the Ubermensch kind of type thought, where it's like he says that some people are allowed to kill others if you're such a great individual, you know. And yeah, and also there's another chapter where some characters are talking about,
Yeah.
is crime an environmental thing, or is it a character thing? And I think that's a very interesting argument, because to me it's like
You mean
it's like
like
50-50.
does criminal behavior is criminal behavior drawn out of people due to circumstance, or is it innate? Is that the question you're
Yes,
talking about?
that's the question being asked. Yeah, which I don't know, like, you tell me what you think, but I think I stand like
God.
50-50.
Oh, dude, that's such a difficult one, because I mean, I could give you the cop out answer and say it's a multivariate dependent matrix, that collapses to a single point of combination. Like, you say 50-50, but you don't really mean 50-50, half and half. You mean like this, there's stronger, sometimes characters has stronger components, sometimes the environment really has strong components. Like, if you grow up in like one of the ghettos of the Bronx, you gotta sell drugs that might be laced with like fentanyl or something to people, just to like feed a child or something, like that, like you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yes,
that
that's what I mean.
circumstantial kind of thing. Dude, I just looked it up, and this book was published in 1866, bro.
Wow.
And
But I guess if we want to get into Dostoevsky's mind, my impression after like reading certain things about him, yeah, like I think Dostoevsky's answer to this question, after looking into him a little bit, he seems to believe that it's an innate issue, because there's a quote by him where he's like, "You could give man everything, so he has nothing to worry about except for like reproduce and have fun, and he'll throw it all in your face and like do something terrible, just because."
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of the Christians would say too, as well, because a lot of times the argument is made that the conscience is this built-in mechanism that is evidence of um, some kind of objective morality,
Yeah.
But
And I like how this book also makes a good criticism of things like this happen when there's no superior morality. Like, there's no
facts, bro. I saw a quote by him, bro. You know what quote I'm talking about? Shout out to After School.
For real. One of the greatest YouTube channels ever.
Whoa.
But yeah, I'm certainly a believer in that. If people, like a lot of people in the modern day, don't believe in any higher authority, it's like, yeah, like, why would you be good?
That's why Nietzsche called it, bro. We literally say Nietzsche called it, because he said when you try to get rid of the transcendent structure of authority, a god, religion, complex, you replace it with totalitarianism, authoritarianism. And you could say that's the government. You could say that that's science. You could say that that's culture. And he just called it, bro.
How do you feel about if we try to replace it with law?
Well, okay. Well, let's start out with saying that if we try to replace, let's say, like, outside of the context of, it's like, how in a court you'll put your hand on the Bible and say that you're like not gonna lie. You're saying like no Bible. None of the laws are based on in religion. It's all like state mandated, right?
No. I meant like, I'm not kind of asking a hypothetical of you, and to kind of extrapolate a little bit. So, I feel like we've tried to replace the law of morality a little bit with our system of law. I mean, I think
from a government point of view.
No, like just like okay, like to be more specific, like basically like all the civil rights that you have as like an American.
Yeah, so like a government point of view. Yeah, so like a state and government point of view. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just see what like. That's
what were you thinking of when I say that?
That's when you say that, I think immediately of like totalitarianism.
Oh no! It's just like some kind of governing body. you know,
Yeah.
that has authority. Not whether it's unified into one person and unquestionable, or you get sent to the gulag, or whether you go. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Uh, you think about a place.
Well, because I think of like the founding fathers, I think about like the American ideals. I feel like that was a really good attempt at
Right.
that.
If you're gonna ask me and what I've seen from studying history and modern day, is that it, like Friedrich Nietzsche says, is it's not man following man is not enough. I don't think. Um,
Yeah.
dude, especially today because our political leaders are fools, bro.
Yeah.
I think that those kinds of sayings get overused, but it's facts.
Yeah. It's for sure facts. See, I was like trying to think outside the box, and I was gonna be like, like even before Christianity, like what about Hammurabi's law? But then I remember
Yeah,
that,
I literally thought about the same thing, bro. When you said
but
law.
even Hammurabi was like God told me these are the laws of the land, and that I'm
Yeah, there's
supposed to
some kind of
enforce
like,
them.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess
But
it just doesn't
no,
work.
I all you gotta do, bro, is look at Abu Dhabi. Not that's not all you have to do, but a case study. Abu Dhabi, their crime rates are
Mhm.
extremely low. You can walk the streets of Abu Dhabi wearing a $13,000 watch, and it looks like a $13,000 watch, and you don't have to be worried that someone's gonna rob you at knife point to take your watch. You go to like Baltimore, Maryland, like in a bad part of Baltimore, Maryland, someone will take that from you, bro. You know. But what Abu Dhabi, their their law system is not too far removed from the what do you want to call it? The localized religious doctrine. You know. Let me look it up right now. Abu Dhabi. It's like it's a balancing act between freedom and safety, you know. And dude, we literally just saw that with COVID.
Yeah.
Islam is the official religion of Abu Dhabi, of the United Arab Emirates. 76% of the population.
Yeah. All right.
So
Now
there you go.
here's
That's my
another.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if rules are written by, okay, this is just throwing this out there. I think that if rules are written by man with no transcendent backing, that they're more likely to be broken.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. It's just I really wanted to play devil's advocate, but there just seems to be no example,
Um,
you know.
like you were saying, with the founding fathers, the United States, it was close because it was a post Enlightenment era, so there was an emphasis on the individual, on a humanism, on existentialism, but it was still in this background kind of sense that Europe, where the founding fathers were from, like England, strongly rooted in like Christian religion still, because you see it show up everywhere in the mythos of of the Revolutionary War and the original documents that founded the United States.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to bring that up. Like everything you say is true, and then I would add to that, like, but even in the Constitution, it still says like in God's name, you know.
Exactly what I'm saying, dude. Um,
Yeah.
where it's actually I've never thought about this too in depth before, but since it's off the United States is coming off the back of the Enlightenment period. It's an interesting hybrid that the United States was born out of that.
Right. All right. I have
But
another case study for you,
yeah, let's
but the
do
thing
it.
is, we don't know everything about this man. So, Andrew Schultz. likes to say a lot that he was raised with no religious background and that he came out to be an all right guy.
He does.
But again, we don't know everything about his life.
Yeah.
You know, he could have done some
They
shady
just cut
stuff.
out. You
My
cut
back.
out after you said, but he turned to be an all right guy. Yeah, you're back.
Okay. No. He likes to say that he had no religious background, but he came out all right.
Had no religious. Yep, right.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
I'm saying, like, we also don't know everything about him.
Yeah, we only because since he's like he's a podcast host, he's a comedian, cameras on him, social media. We haven't had one-on-one interaction with him. Let's just presume that everything that he has said is true, right? Well, that's not. Are you making the implication that someone needs religion to be a good person?
My biased opinion is yes. But like I said, I really want to try to argue for not that. You know?
Well, I think it is not the case because if that were the case, oh, this is such a difficult topic. Because if that were the case, an omnipresent, omnipotent God would want to give, well, I can't even, would want to give some kind of vague, generalized opportunity to all of the humans the ability to exercise moral freedom, right? It's what we talked about earlier. Is criminality innate or environmental? Yo, this is so spooky.
Yo,
Did I just
my
cut
bad,
out?
it cut out. Yeah.
Bro, your recording was so spooky. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're both lagging a little bit.
Hold on, let me see.
Okay. So
it's
you were
probably my
saying.
internet. What did you hear? What did you hear? Dang, man.
Hey.
Dude, so it stopped the recording automatically and started it again. I'm gonna
Nice.
take care of it all tonight, so no worries, bro.
Okay.
I mean, not nice, of course, but so This goes back to what you were talking about earlier: is whether or not is criminality innate or is it environmental, nature versus nurture. You know, the million-year
Mhm.
old issue that people always ask in moral philosophy classes. Um, well, it's like who I. There's a lot of times I've heard, well, there I know plenty of atheists who are good people. That is facts, and you know plenty of people who are religious who are not so great people. And let's say, for the sake of this thought experiment, that an omnipresent, omnipotent God would want all of his humans to have some vague, generalized opportunity to exercise the same moral freedom.
Yes, because that is literally the story of Job.
Right, no matter what. Well, similar to Job, but no, I mean, like, no matter what background,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
no matter where you were brought up. But the question is, like, would okay, let's go to like a Christian example. This is a difficult question. Let Would God forgive a person who was raised in a satanic cult that was circulated around sacrificing babies and, like, um desecrating Catholic, like, churches, and, like, disturbing the peace? If that's the whole world that person knew, wouldn't you think that their vague general moral ability to exercise, or ability to exercise moral decisions, was removed if that's all they knew?
That's such an interesting question.
Right, because it's like, well, what is it, how much exposure to outside reality does it take for someone to be like, hey, I don't think anyone else is really doing this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But also like just the forgiveness part because I guess if you're Catholic then like I guess you do get pardons, you know, but I don't know if that's
Well,
true
it's
for
like
the other denominations.
well, let's say in this example, would this individual, let's say, like, this individual gets removed from the family, would they be able to have the awareness of the position that they were in? Who's telling them what kind of, like, social workers telling them what? Like, let's say at a young age, like 14, they get out. Let's say, yo, you were raised in this was not good. Do they have an internal, from birth, moral compass that wholeheartedly and genuinely would agree with the fact that, oh yeah, we should not be sacrificing fetuses? You know what I'm saying? Or is it so deeply ingrained through conditioning in the environment that they're like, I still don't see a problem. Like, I'll come to normal civilization, but can't escape the conditioning that I was brought up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
such a
gonna
difficult. I don't have an answer for that, bro.
yeah, me neither. I was just gonna say I'm just gonna share my opinion. I think there is an innate moral compass. But
Like,
I also understand it could be twisted based on the
have you
environment.
have you heard of that dude? This guy's name is Pazuzu.
No.
Dude, you and Joe are gonna love this.
Okay.
You and Joe are gonna. Haven't you guys been into, like, true crime stuff kind of recently?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys are, like, watching, like, Nexpo, which is, like, similar kind of internet mystery. You guys need to look up. What is this guy's name, bro? His last name. He, like, changed his name to be the same name as the demon from The Exorcist, bro.
Hmm.
Um,
All right. I'll text
God,
you
what
about it
is?
after. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, they
Here's
say.
some.
Go ahead, man.
Here's something I thought about. Back to your earlier point when you were like, there are atheists that can be good people, atheists that can be good people, religious people that can be bad. But let's go back to the atheists that could be good people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think though that the reason they're good people is because they're surrounded by people of good morality who may or may not have got this morality from a major world religion?
That's the Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson, right? is that
Oh,
fundamentally
I've never heard of that, but tell me about it.
like it kind of well all I haven't gone through it thoroughly. I've gone through it. I've gone through it broad. I've gone through their discussions broadly several times, but I've never picked it apart with the proverbial microscope. But what I think one of the key points was, well, where did it all go back to? What's the common ancestor for morality?
Mm-hmm.
Is and Jordan Peterson seems to make the argument that it is religion, religiously based.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Oh, dude, I'm fired up to go to the gym right now. Sorry, but I'm fired up to go to the gym.
You're good, bro.
Um,
I mean, we've thrown in so many crazy ideas.
dude, we need to. I want to explore this one more, whether or not we do it on the next episode or not.
Yeah.
Bro, dude,
I'm so
gonna
glad.
keep it real with you, bro. I would rip Connecticut on. You know, like, oh, I can't do it. Actually, fuck. Oh, I'm demonetized.
Bro, I'm so glad that my life circumstances, everything led me to discover Dostoyevsky. It's been very profound on me.
Dang, bro. Yo, next time we do a podcast, I can't take notes in the clean room. I'll figure out a way. Let's compare notes next time and figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I haven't fully felt the impact I think that you're feeling from it.
You will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this weekend was a pretty good one.
I know, but dude, because here's the thing.
I'm so glad that you said, like, bro, when you said, I felt like there was a Raskolnikov moment going on. A light bulb went off in my head, bro, when you said that.
I know, dude, it's so crazy because, like I told you off pod, I'm just seeing it everywhere now, and that's why I think it's been so profound. Because I've taken like the running.
That's like a synchronicity, actually.
Yeah.
That's nearly like a synchronicity.
I've taken like the running themes of the book and I'm seeing them in real life now. Here's another one as well. I lost my train of thought.
Bro,
damn,
you can't do that to me, bro.
Bro, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, because we talked about Nietzsche, nihilism. There's like something else in the book that's literally so.
We could.
Yeah, we could call it here because I don't think I'm gonna remember.
Dude, I've literally I've like heard so many people talk about the book and dance around it, but I just started listening to the audiobook today, non-ironically, or ironically, non-ironically is the oxymoron. It's a self-defeating oxymoron. But it's I gotta find a better person to read it to me. This guy sounds like I that's how it is. What chapter are you on, though?
I'm like probably like 60% through. Like I'm about to get to the climax of the story.
Did you get past him killing the pawnbroker?
Oh yeah,
that happens early on, right?
Yeah.
Here's an interesting thing: that since the book is heavily psychological, that has to occur early.
Yes.
If the book was, what do you want to call it? Like, dude, I don't even know what to call it. If the book was like simpler in its themes and concept, that would be the climax. Dude, also, bro, dude, what is it? Hamlet.
Mhm.
Another banger, dude. Hamlet's
Mhm.
another similar banger, dude.
Yeah,
Bro, that's what I was thinking of when I was texting you. When I texted you, like, yeah, it's really hard to surprise me. I mean, I've read Shakespeare.
that's facts. But okay, so this might happen to you like how it's happened to me. When I read Shakespeare, it's like how you said, it didn't hit me that hard, you know. But I'm like aware of Shakespeare.
Yeah, I am. We'll just have to talk more. So this
Mhm.
could be like an intro one to a bigger. We have
Mhm.
another. We have like two open pod topics now. 16th, 17th, 18th century Latin American colonization, and we have open crime and punishment by
Yeah,
Fyodor
yo, we low
Dostoyevsky.
key could do like a literature series.
We could do anything we want, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry about the connection issue. This episode's gonna have to come out in two parts. This will be part two, but yeah. Goodbye.
peace.
Yo, I was thinking, oh, I could still do